It has been a couple weeks since I posted a video, and that is because a lot of stuff has happened in my life. The day after Christmas I moved to LA, and then the next day I went to London for New Year's, so I was there for like a week and a half, and then I came back here and I'm just trying to get my life together. So I'm actually currently at my sister's place right now. It's just kind of temporary situation while I figure out where I want to live, because I really don't know LA, so I didn't want to like right away get a spot just in case there was another neighborhood that I wanted to live in. So I'm just here sleeping on an air mattress for a while. Not really sure how long I'm gonna be here. I apologize for the lack of videos lately. It's just life is really crazy and hectic, and I think sometimes you just need a break from certain things, so that's what I did. I'm here now, I'm back, and I'm really trying to just like really pump out the videos in 2015. Y'all can keep me to it. I try to figure out the items that I really used like all year round, so all of these products are pretty much things that I used very consistently throughout the year, or at least for a good chunk of the year. So let's just get started. I'm gonna start off with some skincare products. First of all, I have this DHC face wash powder. If you don't know what this is, it is a powder that you just put in your hand, you put some water with it, and it gets real sudsy and nice, and it really cleans your face, doesn't dry it out. It's nothing crazy, no scents about it. It's just a very straightforward face wash. I really like it because it's awesome to travel with, because I've been doing a lot of traveling, and because it's not a liquid, there's no issue with this thing. And this little bottle lasts for a really long time because the amount of powder that you use with the water is very little. So if you're looking for a very straightforward face wash, I would say go for this. I have a couple items for makeup removal, and first I have these simple eye makeup remover pads, and I first started using these when I first got my eyelash extensions, so that has been a good few months ago, and I was trying to find something that would like very easily and gently take off the makeup around my eyes, and this really gets eye makeup off. It gets off eyeshadows, my eyeliner that I used to wear a lot. I haven't been wearing eyeliner at all, which is so weird, but yeah, I really like this. Usually one pad will take off all the eye makeup and my brows. So these are really nice, and I also have just cheated and used one for my face too, but I also enjoy just the simple face plots as well. To really get my face makeup off, I love the Liz Earle Cleanse and Polish Hot Cloth Cleanser. This, with the muslin cloth that you're supposed to use it with, just takes off your makeup so well. The muslin cloth has such fine weaving that when you like use it, it's such a gentle exfoliant, and it really gets the face makeup off of your face. I've talked about this before. I've definitely taken my face makeup off like with the wipe before, and then kind of felt like there was still some residue, and then use this afterwards, and then there's still makeup that comes off on the muslin cloth. If you're a person who really wears a lot of foundation and maybe it could be clogging your pores or something, like it definitely has something to do with your removal process. So if you are looking for a good makeup remover, I would say you can invest in this. I know this is a little bit pricey, but to keep my skin clear and nice, I will pay a little bit extra. I just have one body product that just has never failed me, and it is jojoba oil. I love this stuff. Every time I take a shower, this is what I put all over my bod to moisturize. I have quite sensitive skin. I used to have a lot of eczema, dry skin patch issues, and honestly, on my recent trip to England, I just brought along like samples of different stuff to moisturize with, because obviously this is kind of annoying to travel with. It's like really leaky. It's already all over my hands right now, but I used some other products. I used products that had like fragrances and stuff in it, and they weren't even cheap products too. They're actually quite expensive, like high-end samples. My skin got kind of rough, and it kind of reacted to that, so pretty upset about that. But yeah, I have used jojoba oil for I guess a couple of years now, and it is really what makes my skin the smoothest and most moisturized. Another oil that I've been using very consistently is argan oil, and I use this on my hair. Because my hair is bleached, I have to really try and lock in the moisture and take care of it as much as possible, and argan oil really does the trick. I just run it through the ends maybe on my second day of washing, and it just really prevents it from getting all frayed and crazy. So I know this is also a pricier oil, but I've had this jar for, oh man, actually a really long time. I don't know when you're supposed to throw this one out, but I've had this one for a really long time, and it's not even halfway gone. I have two more hair products actually. One of them is It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In Plus Keratin, and this is what I use right after I get out of the shower when my hair is damp, and I spray it in just to again lock in more moisture. This just makes my hair so much easier to brush through, and I can get crazy knots sometimes, so this really helps. I really have nothing bad to say about this. Perhaps it's a little bit pricey for the size, but again, I don't use too much of the product and it really saves my hair, so I think it's worth it. Last hair product is Bumble & Bumble's PRET-A-POWDER. This stuff is a lifesaver for extremely oily scalps like second or third day hair. I say this all the time, like I have really oily scalp, so I always need some sort of dry shampoo in my life, and I really think, did I discover this year? I think this came out this year. When this came out, it was like a game changer. I totally didn't have to look for any other dry shampoos. This did the trick, and you just need a teeny bit. You shake it into your scalp and it really does soak up the oils. This is definitely a holy grail hair product for me. Okay, so all these products I'm about to talk about, I've pretty much spoken in previous videos, whether they be favorites or like a tutorial or something, so if you watch consistently, these should be no surprise to you. So let's start off with Goodbye Pore Ever Pore Primer Essence by Etude House. I know this is kind of a more recent product that I've consistently been using, but I really love it. I think it's an awesome primer. I stick it all over my face, and it really is a great base for my foundation to go on, and it really mattifies. I just feel like when I have this primer on, my makeup is just like really on my face, if that makes sense. For my eyes, I like to use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the original formula. My eyelids can get quite oily as well throughout the day, and I think this really helps just smooth things over, one, and then also prevent like separation and creasing from happening. Creasing still happens sometimes a little bit now that I'm wearing eyeshadows a lot more consistently. So if you have another primer that you would recommend to me that's good for eyeshadows, let me know. The only foundation that I've used this entire year pretty much has been this Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation in Ivory, and I use a very thin layer of this. For concealing, I use concealers, and this is kind of just like, again, another base for my concealers. It kind of like is a layering process. I just really like this. Again, it is really mattifying and really great. So I have very true combination skin. I have really oily areas, but also dry patches and dry skin. This does tend to stick to dry patches a bit, so you definitely have to exfoliate and moisturize. But I also found that even if it does stick to dry patches at the beginning, for some reason, like in an hour, it'll like settle down and it won't look like it's sticking so much, if that makes sense. So yes, I love this foundation. I don't think I'm going to be straying far from it anytime soon because it just really works for me. For concealers, I use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in Light underneath my eyes. Simple, straightforward. Doesn't get dry and weird or separate. Obviously, if you use too much of the product, it's gonna kind of gather a little bit, but if you use the right amount, you really can't go wrong with this product, and for the price, it's pretty awesome. And for my face concealing, I like to use the Makeup Forever Full Cover Extreme Camouflage Cream in 7. This is my color 7. A lot of times I kind of combine these like a little bit if I need it to be like a little lighter or like a little darker. These two work really well together for me, and I've definitely, I think, only used this throughout the entire year. If anything, I'm very consistent with my makeup. I kind of just like to do the same thing over and over again. Like for me, if I find a product that works for my skin, doesn't break me out, I'm sticking with it. It's kind of scary for me to try a bunch of different face products, especially because my skin is so sensitive. And to lock it all in, I have been using the Bobbi Brown Light to Medium Skin Foundation Mineral Makeup in SPF 15. I feel like I've actually never heard anything about this. I kind of bought it on a whim a long time ago, and it just worked. It's such a great color for my skin tone. Especially mineral makeup for me, it tends to oxidize quite a bit, so I'll look in the mirror and my face will just be like pink for no reason. And for Bobbi Brown, obviously all her makeup is yellow tone, so yeah, I have nothing bad to say about this. It's a really great mineral makeup for just like locking in everything, and it stays on all day long. For a bit of bronze, I've been using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in Medium Deep Matte Bronzer, and I find that this is just also a really awesome color for me. I was using Laguna and Casino. I was kind of switching back and forth of NARS before, and I found that Laguna was like a little bit too orange and Casino was really dark, so I had to be extremely light-handed, and I think that this is just a really nice color for me. I really don't have any issues with like over application, and it's really nice layering, and it smells like chocolate. It really does. If somebody hugs you right after you put this on, like I've definitely had it happen to me before where like someone's close to my face, you know, and they're like, whoa, like what's going on over there? I'm like, oh, nothing, like just my natural scent. Yeah, it's just a great color, not too orangey, and very easy to blend. The blush I've been using a ton is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in Exposed. I think everybody loves this. I think this blush looks good on so many people. It's also very easy to apply. That's the scary thing about blush for me is like, you know, when you stick some on, you're like, oh no, like what have I done? And I just feel like you can't reverse blush that well. It's really difficult, at least for me, to try and like blend it out or try and get any out. So this is very easily blendable and buildable. It's just not a scary color to work with, and it kind of goes with everything. Every single look that I go for. If I'm unsure of like what kind of cheek look to do, I just go for this. Let's move on to eyes. I have two palettes that I used extremely consistently throughout the year. The first one is the Naked Basics by Urban Decay, and you can see here which one I really liked. This one right here, which is Naked 2. I use this one a ton. This is actually a really awesome base for when I used liquid eyeliner every single day. I would put this all over my eyelid and a little bit under my lash line, and it kind of just like created more definition, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is a very, very nice color for any kind of neutral look you're trying to do. The palette I've been using very consistently though throughout, I don't know, the past few months at least, has been the Naked 3 palette. Colors are just so beautiful. I think they're so nice for many skin tones. There are quite a few colors that I don't really go near, but there are a few that I use very consistently. Yeah, I've been really into eyeshadows lately, which is so crazy. And actually, I have a really exciting announcement. I was gonna wait till the end of the video to say it, but I might as well say it now because I'm talking about eyeshadows. If y'all know Mimi Box, they are a Korean subscription box, and I recently did a box with them, and it was so successful and awesome, and I was just so happy about it. And Mimi Box actually comes out with their own products as well, so I'm coming out with a quad with them, and they have offices in San Francisco. So while I was living there still, we worked together very closely to design the product, to create the formula for each product, for each individual eyeshadow. In just a few weeks, the quad will be out, so in coming videos, I'll talk more about it obviously, and I'll have like a dedicated video for it, but I'm just so hyped because I really worked hard on this, and it's kind of like my ode to San Francisco because I loved living there so much, but it's just a new chapter in my life, so that was my like final hurrah in San Francisco. Alright, enough about that. I'll talk about it more obviously in the future, but let's move on to some more products. I have two eyelash products. The first one is the LANCOME CILS Booster XL. I use this every single day underneath my mascara. It really lengthens my lashes, plumps them up, and right now I have my eyelash extensions in, but it's been a while since I got them redone, so when it kind of is like at the end of its life, I'll start putting mascara on the top lashes. I know you're not really supposed to do that, but when I take off my makeup, I'm very careful, and I obviously don't use waterproof mascara, so I'll put this on the bottom usually, and sometimes I'll do it on the top as well, and it just really makes your lashes look insanely awesome. The mascara I've been loving is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. It's really crazy. You just literally drag it down or drag it up a couple times and the product just goes onto your lashes so well. Sometimes, you know, certain mascaras you kind of gotta like wiggle it, you can try and work it in really hard, but this one, for some reason, the formula just really sticks to my lashes, and I don't have to work hard to get really nice long lashes without having them seem really clunky. The other mascara that I want to mention is the Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant Lash. This is the mascara that I use, I think, the most this year. The applicator is really awesome because you can really get into the corners of your eyes because it has a little cone shape, and again, it just goes on very easily. I love both these mascaras. You can't go wrong with either one of these. Alright, let's go to lips. I just realized that I totally didn't wear a bright red lip all year long. Like that used to really be my thing, was you know, winged eyeliner and a bright red lip, but I completely haven't been wearing that. The red that I have been wearing has been Wicked by Lime Crime. It's just a beautiful dark burgundy-ish red, and it stays on forever. If you really need a lip product that stays on for a long time, this is the one for you. You definitely have to line your lips and make sure not to put too much product on at once. You kind of have to layer it if you're not used to working with a liquid lipstick such as this one, but this product is awesome. I really would recommend it. The neutral lip that I wore a lot was the BURT'S Lip Crayon in Sedona Sands. I don't know, I just stumbled across this one. It really works well for my lips. I guess now for me in the fall it's a little bit too pinky, but it's just a really easy product to throw on and also will last for so long. I think I did a little meetup and I was wearing this and I totally didn't reapply it and it lasted the entire time. I was talking a lot. I just realized this arm looked like it was just invisible. Obviously I just moved here, so I'm still figuring out my lighting situation. And also I have a flip out screen in my camera and there's just so much light reflecting all over this room right now. Like I can't even, there's so much reflection I can't even see myself, so I don't know. If it really bothers you that much, you can say something, but trust me, I'm trying to work things out. But we're almost done, okay? So the last lip product that I've been loving is this Bite Lush Fruit Lip Gloss in Currant. It's what I'm wearing on my lips right now, and who knew I would like a lip gloss? I didn't know. I never knew that I would like a lip gloss, but I really like this one. Obviously, I've used quite a bit of it. It looks pretty thrashed. It's just a really nice formula. It's not sticky. It lasts quite a long time, and then once it starts fading and nothing like weird happens, it just dissipates on the lips, and then your lips are left feeling quite moisturized actually. So yeah, I have nothing wrong to say about this. I really want to look into more Bite products because this is the only one that I own, I believe. So if you have any Bite products that you would recommend, let me know. The perfume that I fell in love with this year is the Jo Malone English Pear and FREESIA cologne. I actually recently just picked this up at duty free. I have the full size as well. This stuff just smells so freaking good. I believe this is one of Jo Malone's like most famous scents, or most popular ones. It's just so fruity and beautiful, but also very like womanly, I would like to think. If you are able to go to like a Bloomingdale's or a department store and grab a sample of this, I would say go for it. It is a little pricey. It's pretty pricey, but it's just one of those very luxurious things. Like when I spray it on, I feel awesome, and I've only gotten good reactions from everyone about this scent. It's a very inoffensive scent. I think pretty much everybody likes it. Alright, that's it. I feel like I might be missing a couple things, but it's kind of weird to get back into the momentum of filming. It has really been a while for me, so I hope that this video was bearable at the least. If you have any suggestions for videos for me this year, please leave them in the comments down below. I would just love to hear what y'all want to see from me. Thank you so much for just an amazing 2014. My life has definitely changed in many ways this year. It's just so crazy and overwhelming. I just really hope to live 2015 to the fullest, to go far beyond my own expectations and everyone else's expectations of me, and yeah, it's gonna be a crazy year, and I hope y'all are down to come along for the ride. I hope y'all like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!